Welcome back to MK Cypher's Let's Talk About. Today, another very special guest, Dre from Partboy. How you doing, bro?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. You excited? This is your first interview, you told me.
It's my first one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't worry, man. We'll be good. It'll be good. So, you're from Partboy, right? We spoke to P-Biz, Pac-Man, shout out to Pac-Man, about Partboy and, you know, all of the amazing stuff it does. But we want to talk to you now because you are, you know, very heavily involved in Partboy as well, and we want to let the people know how awesome Partboy is. Honestly, we're just going to keep bragging about it. So Dre, tell us what area you in Partboy. Tell us about the things you do. Tell us how you even got started with Partboy.
Well, I handle the social media and the marketing for Partboy, so that entails everything: getting the messages out, DMs, posting, outreaching to people in terms of potential people we can get onto the core team, also people that we can have to come down and perform at any events that we're doing. Unlike a lot of other ticket platforms, which can be mentioned on one hand, they are not doing anything for the people within the industry. This is why we're trying to take online, offline, and make it physical by doing parties to engage with the community and people within the industry. So
I love that description. You just take it online, offline, and make it physical. That was beautiful. I love that. You see what I'm saying? And that is, you see that little smile. Yeah. So again, you know, tell us how you sort of got started with Partboy and how you sort of developed your role.
Well, initially I was posting. I had my own Instagram. I was working with my brother, my cousin. J5, doing plumbing and electrical, and at that point in time, actually even before that, let me spin it backwards. I was traveling with football, and I was in Russia at this point in time with UK Free Lions representing Great Britain in a World Cup tournament.
Okay.
This was a mixture of like celebrities and personalities and stuff, and I so happened to buck up on a cool guy called Josh Ritchie who was in Love Island. And at that point in time, he was over there, but obviously coming out of Love Island, he was doing a lot of promo and stuff. We was out a few times. Me and him became quite close friends on the trip. And a lot of the time we used to go out to eat and chill with each other, train and stuff. And a lot of the time when we was out, I saw that one time he asked me like, take a picture of a watch. So in my head, I'm thinking like, a watch? Like normally people are taking selfies, full pictures. He's like, the watch. So I said to myself, cool. I took the picture, and then after I said, Josh, like, why do you want me to take the picture of the watch? He's like, oh, because obviously he's got a calendar and he has certain products and stuff that he has to fit into this calendar, which he has to take pictures of, because obviously the people that's offering him the sponsorship are requiring it to be posted out on certain days via social media to engage with the public. Yeah. Obviously at that point in time, I thought to myself, wonder what I can spin off this. So on holiday, I used to kind of be like the jokey person, always running banter, always running jokes. And I was told by many of the team players over there, especially Josh, that I should make an Instagram. Because the Instagram, they feel I was posting a lot of funny things based on what was happening like there and then. Yeah. If someone had a dry foot, I was finding something to relate, you know what I mean? Just to give banter and jokes. And out of nowhere, Josh said to me, look, you can do a lot through Instagram. And he said, make a page. And I said, I don't really know how to. I've always been the one to be late to things, even when people have BlackBerry. Yeah. I said to myself, I'm never going to get one. Yeah. After it got to like the last point when everyone had one, I got one, and then I saw how efficient it was.
Same, bro. I only just got an iPhone now. I mean,
there you go. I'm still on like 11 or 12 when people on the new thing. So out of nowhere, Josh actually made the Instagram for me. He made it for me. He signed it up, and then he even took a picture of me and him and posted it on his one. so that I could get followers. And I think overnight I had like 200 followers or 250 followers from like one post that he did.
See, that's a real friend right there.
Proper guy still.
Real friend right there.
So from there I started to post memes and banter. And then obviously whilst at work in the daytime, I then took what I did from when I was in Russia, finding like memes on the spot to recording people on the spot. So I would record funny things on the road. I called it Drives with Dre. I used to record live content, edit it, and then put it up. And I never had a lot of followers, maybe like 400 or 500 followers. But when I used to post stuff, the engagement was real. People used to engage in the comments and whatnot. So I was doing that for a while, and then it was taken off. And then amongst that, I also had friends that used to ask me, like, because I have a lot of friends that go out. I'm not really a person that used to go out as much, but a lot of my friends were always going out.
Yeah.
So even though I didn't go out, I always knew what was going on, or someone would say, Dre, like, you coming or whatnot.
Yeah.
So a lot of my friends used to ask me in advance, like, what's going on this week? Or what's going on next week? Or do you know someone that can get us in somewhere or whatnot? To the point where I used to get fed up of it. And then out of the blue, Pat, we live not too far from each other. And he was always in events. A lot of the time when people used to ask me, I might used to ask him. Yeah. He was always putting on his own events as well.
Okay.
And then we had a little conversation and whatnot. And then it turned out, we sat down and we said like, rah, he's getting asked these questions. I'm getting asked these questions. What about if we just spin an Instagram and then we just put flyers on there for people to see?
Let me stop you there. I think that's so brilliant because you've, again, adapted into different things that were foreign territory to you at first, and you've just become natural at it. And again, in growing, you're like, okay, you know, like you took a picture of your friend's watch and you're like thinking, okay, what can I do with this? There's something I can do with this here. And I think that's so important. I just want to highlight that because there's always an opportunity. There's always something somewhere.
There is. And obviously I missed the part on that because the opportunity I took from it, because I saw that he was being sent promo. I was never a celebrity to be sent promo. So I made my own promo. I used to, obviously people don't know, it's a little gem I'm going to tell certain people.
Okay,
so you don't have to follow the process.
Exclusive.
But I used to get myself in the faces of people, I used to buy the products myself, wear it, and tag the companies as if they gave it to me. Obviously no one else knew. And before I knew it, companies were tagging me and like liking my stuff.
Yeah.
And then saying they want to do collabs with me and stuff. And then before I knew it, I was getting like people were sending me hats. I was getting watches. I was getting a lot of stuff. But I was just doing it for what I wanted. I wasn't trying to milk the system. I just saw a hat I wanted, and that was my process, and it worked. So obviously transitioning from that, when we started to load up the Instagram, and there wasn't even no captions going out. It was literally sometimes just the flyer. It's a lot of likes,
just
man.
The thing. Yeah.
It was just something, and like the Instagram, it grew from like, I think within the space of a week or something, it went up to about 1,000 something, and then obviously it just continued to grow and grow. But for me, that was a lot because I only ever really had about 400 or 500 on my one, and I was engaging with them. But to just post a flyer with no content behind it, to be getting like 30 plus likes or something, that's a lot. So we saw that there was something that was missing. That's when we I started to really think about how I could engage with them. And that's when I started to find different ways I could write captions, put emojis in there to get attention, add other things like banter onto flyers so that if people were scrolling through, they would see something else to kind of keep them on the reel. And then it was from there, it was just kind of like adapting and molding to what would be the best way to build the page, build contacts, and really see if we had something.
See, do you know what? That's beautiful because you've gone step by step through it. Do you know what I mean? Because some people are like, yeah, you know, so I just had this page that had 1,000 followers. Like, people just don't have that. A lot of people just don't have that. And, you know, you've really sort of walked us through on each individual step where, again, you've looked at something, gone, there's an opportunity here. There's something I can do here. And then you've learned something. You've continued to do something. You continue growing. All whilst, you know, life is happening. You know, you still manage to build essentially a platform, right? Which was what you were doing. You're still building your platform, and you were learning from it as well. And you're still adapting, thinking, how can I make this better? Let's see if I add that. Let's see how that does. Okay, all right, that works. Okay, so then now you've linked up with Patman, and it's got to a point where you're like, okay, people keep telling me about what's going on. He knows what's going on, but people keep bugging him. Okay, right, we'll come together. Let's just do something. You know, here's some posters, flyers. There's some parties. Like, leave me alone. There you go. It's there. Okay. So now, how have you gone from that to Party Boy now? Because that's a massive step.
Yeah.
From where it's at now.
Yeah.
To where it was. So how did that develop?
Well, from making the Instagram, was posting up a lot of stuff, and then we thought to ourselves, like, we're getting a lot of good feedback. Now it went from me screenshotting people's flyers and sitting there and literally writing out, because I didn't know nothing about, I knew about social media, but I've never really been like a tech whiz. Like, I didn't know of all the other apps and stuff. Obviously there's apps out there, but I was just keeping it raw and organic.
Yeah.
I was literally screenshotting it and I was writing it out word for word in my memos.
Jeez.
And then adding my own little spin on it to kind of make it a bit more jazzy, so they would see that their boring caption is now being enhanced. You know what I mean? Because I've got the time to do it. Some people, a lot of the time, they just want to put things up for people to see when it's theirs. Yeah. Where I was taking a bit more passion in it to kind of make it more visible what we was doing. Yeah. Obviously, when we saw the engagement from the people on the Instagram, people were then sending us the captions, sending us the flyers, reposting the stuff, bigging us up, saying like, "Raw, thank you very much." It became a lot more personal. At that point, we said like, "Raw, we think we got something here." And then obviously Pat had contact with Mikey, who was a friend of him. So he said, "Look, he's got someone." We was thinking like, who could we like talk with that, you know, because me and Pat already had a good friendship from long before. So who could we have spoken to that may have seen the same kind of angle as us? Pat said, "Look, he might know someone." So he called Mikey. We met up one time, and we sat down. We put to Mikey what it is that we had done in terms of having the Instagram, uploading the flyers, etc., getting like the big responses that we were getting, and we kind of said to Mikey as well, like, "Look, we think we got something here, but we want to kind of nurture it and turn it into something where it can become a brand." At that point in time, we was kind of sitting down and pondering and thinking like, "Right, what can we do? Like, we don't want to base it on a person. We don't want to base it. Yeah, we don't want to base it on someone, because obviously when you do that, sometimes you're left open to scrutiny, because some people are not as forthcoming and empathetic with other people's growth. Do you know what I mean? So we thought, let's take it away from that, but let's make it something that could be tangible. So yeah, hence we kind of going through the animals. You ain't really gonna have a giraffe or nothing. And we wanted to keep it something that was cute, cuddly, something that everyone could kind of adhere to. The bear was the option. And then yeah, obviously we sat down, and then as I mentioned, Mikey, he just went away. He went away, and I think like the next day he sent us some pictures, all based on a little convo that we was having and speaking. There was nothing even drafted or anything or sketched out. And then he sent us in some renditions of a bear, and we're thinking like, "Rah, this bear looks cool." You know what I mean? Obviously there were some little tweaks into the ears and whatnot to kind of get it how it was, but Mikey was on it. You know what I mean? We was all on it. And then yeah, obviously after a few attempts, Party Boy was born, man. Once we saw him, we went through quite a few different, like where the ears were a bit close and then a bit far, and we was trying to think like, "Rah, like, does he look good like
What's
that?
the look?
Yeah,
What's the look?
What does he look like?" And Mikey coined it. And obviously me and Pat, we saw him, we said, "Nah, man, this bear is serious. Like, all the girls are gonna love him and all the man them's gonna love him." That was basically it. So yeah, from that point in time, once we had got the bear, we had the name. We conjured up the name slightly before, and then that's where the bear he kind of slotted into it. And then from then, everything was kind of like an onward spiral. From then, we started thinking about scenarios where we could position the bear, what we could do from earlier on in terms of marketing to get people to take to the bear, how the bear could fit in the industry, what the bear could do. So it kind of then started to go into a spiral with like wild thoughts and imaginations and stuff. But
then again, it sparked your imagination. It sparked everyone's imagination, thinking, "Okay, cool, we've got something here. This is sick. How can we elevate this?" You know what I mean? And what I love about Party Boy is that, you know, you're all close, you're all very close friends and whatnot. And you said, you know, Mikey was just on it. And my question to you now, actually, I want you to tell the audience this, is why is it so important to build something sustainable with your friends? Or like, obviously build something sustainable, but what's different with it being your friends? Because, you know, some friends are just not on it, right? Some friends are on a different direction, and that's totally fine. But you all came together, you all had an idea. You know, certain people were more, I don't know, he said Mikey just went and done things like that. Cool. What's the importance of having friends like that in a business, which what you're doing?
Well, me personally, the importance of having friends, and not just a friend that is a friend, but I'm talking a friend that is a family member, is because the connection that each individual gives is personal, it's real, and everyone is pushing to benefit everyone, not just the person, but their families, whether they have a mum, dad, children, whatever it is, everyone's thought process is on the same process. And with us as friends, we banter, we joke whilst doing the work. We have our times when we, you know, we might get at each other, but the love and the friendship is always there. And this kind of passion is the same when you see in team cohesion, like sports where the cohesion needs to be a unit, football, you know, basketball and stuff. You have people that are passionate, that might, you know, be a bit more vocal than others, but, you know, the goal is the same goal. I believe that people can always try to do things with friends, but some friends you quickly see that are more focused on monetary gains, which in essence can destroy the process of what is being put in place. Because if you're not on the same, you could say,
wavelength.
Yeah, if you're not on the same wavelength, and you've got some that are waiting for money sooner rather than later, and you've got some that see the bigger picture, there's always going to be a conflict. But for the Party Boy team and the Party Boy members, literally everyone is on the same wavelength, everyone is proactive, everyone is enthusiastic, everyone is loving, everyone is willing to help the other person if in need. Everyone has a lot of stuff to do in a sense, just like anything else. I say to obviously a lot of people, even people that might look to come on board, and even within the team, you can work and do a lot more for someone else and line their pockets and not be rewarded for the amount of work that you do to get the money to their pockets. The difference with having your own thing is that you know that even if you're not getting paid from it at that point in time, the long end goal is something that is going to benefit you in multiple, for not only just you, but your family and everyone. So, yeah.
Listen, that you could have sold me on a speech right there. You could have, like, I mean, put a water bottle, told me this is the best bottle of my life. I would have been like, yep, there's my money, take it. I mean, take it, bro. Okay, I want to talk more about you now. All right, let's put Party Boy to a side, right? Now, within your role, social media manager, it's a lot. I can imagine it's a lot of like, okay, cool, got to organize this, I'm gonna post up this event, do it this way, this is for that event, right?
Yeah.
How do you manage? How do you make sure your mental health, because that's very important.
Yeah.
How do you make sure your mental health is good, you know, on those days? We all have those days where we're like, yo, like, not today. You know what I mean? We just need a break, a few hours, maybe even a day. You know, sometimes you just want to eat a whole tub of ice cream, watch a whole series or something. On those days there, how do you make sure, you know, you keep your mental health okay?
Well, for people that know what I'm doing, I have, literally Monday to Sunday I work, and I do it out of passion. Social media is one of them things where the job role requires me to be online. It requires me to know what is happening on a daily basis, because as like the news, things can happen a minute after you've seen something happen. With that being said, I try to give myself enough time to understand the times to go online to see certain things. I study the algorithm and the insights a lot on the pages to know what is best for the page, how to post on the page. A lot of the time I will schedule posts, so I might sit down for, you know, I might give myself 3 hours or 4 hours on a one day, and I will sit there and schedule. I will screenshot the posts, I will write up all the posts, I will schedule them, and I'll add them to drafts, and I will set up a time calendar so I can either auto post by itself, or if I want to amend certain things, then I will physically do it myself. So a lot of the time, to keep on top of the post, because I'm posting across like 5 different social media pages, I schedule at the times, as you say, when you might want to eat a tub of ice cream. Don't get it twisted. I bang a Ben and Jerry's still. So yeah, like I do have the moments whereby sometimes I'm so tired because obviously I'm working as well, you know, and I'm coming home from work, and whereas someone else will go home and relax, I'm having to come home and drop my bags and think like, bro, I got to post, it's time to post, you know what I mean? And if I don't post at that time, I'm going to miss the window for the best engagement. So a lot of the time I have to stay disciplined. Now it's within my blood. So, you know, I will, within routine, get up earlier to do things. Like on a Sunday, I might get up at 6 to bang out some stuff so I can go back to bed at 9. Do you know what I mean? And I might do that every day, or I might come home and sit down and give myself like 2-3 hours. Sometimes I might give myself 30 minutes and that's all I can do for that day. But then the other day or something, or later on in the night, I might catch up with some stuff. So I think I just try to plan. I try to have fun. Because just like anything, it can become tedious. Instagram, social media is very repetitive. So yeah, I just try to find the medium, to be honest.
That's beautiful, because you know, you're talking about discipline, and it takes a certain level of discipline to do what you do, right? And this is a compliment. This is a massive compliment.
Thank you.
You work 7 days a week, right? Obviously you got a home life as well. You've got things going on, and you're still on this like that as well. And we all have those days where we're like, bruv, you know what? Game of Thrones all day. You know what I mean? But your passion and your dedication, your work rate is inspiring.
Thank you, man.
It's inspiring as hell.
It's like, as I said before, me personally, as I said, I've worked hard in a lot of jobs where I've been rewarded for what I've done, but sometimes I don't think my efforts reflect my pay. And this is something that I think a lot of people can resonate with something personal. Just like if you have a hobby of your own, hobbies, we always give ourselves maximum effort, maximum time, maximum input for a hobby because we enjoy it. Hobbies is something that we do as an extracurricular activity, something in spare time. This is something that I did in spare time, which has now become our main time. And obviously, with that being said, the main time and the main attention that I give it, I know will bring in the fruits of my labor for the long term, and not just for a monthly wage whereby I have to go and kill myself to work another 37 hours. Do you know what I mean? To get by. I'm done with that, man.
Long-term vision.
Yeah.
Long-term vision. I mean, that's just beautiful. I think you yourself are really very inspiring. And
thank you, man.
I've met members of the team. Thank you. It's not about me, man. This is not about me. No, it's not about me. This is not about me. It's about you, and it's about Party Boy. And the members that I've met in your team are all inspiring. And I've, like, you know, the conversation I've had with them, you know, seeing what their home life is like, seeing how all of the different things that they're dealing with, you know, and they're still on it. They're still here. And there are certain people, not even half of your excuses would be like,
Do you know
what I mean? Oh, I got this, man. Oh, I work 7 days a week. You know what I mean? I'm tired, man.
I hear it even now. And, you know, like, even people that might see what we're doing and be like, oh, I want to get on board. Like, I want to get on board. But, like, do you not work a lot, or is it? And in my head, I think to myself, like, you're going out tomorrow to work for someone to not even get nowhere near what you want, but you're still going to set your alarm. You're going to wake up at 5. You're going to pay to travel to that job. You're going to stay there until 5 o'clock, and then you're going to come home and do it again for another 5 days. Long. Social media, everything nowadays has changed. Technology has changed.
Right. For the people who actually want to know about Party Boy, tell them the information. Where can they find you online? What's the website?
Instagram at Partyboy PB. No. At Partyboy_PB. That's the main page. That's where you'll see all the flyers, all the events, everything going on that's happening from Monday to Sunday. You'll see it on there. We have Party Boy TV, which is another Instagram page where you'll find all the media content from any events that we do, alongside media content from memes, whether it be banter, anything music related, or any media stuff from any other pages as well. That is Partyboy_TV. That's the Instagram page. We also have a YouTube, which is Partboy TV. That is where we will be posting all the episodes from the industry parties, which are the networking parties, all the performances, etc. will be loaded up there. So people that didn't attend can also see what they're missing out on, because you're definitely missing out on it. So come to the next one. 17th of September. No, cut that bit there. But yeah, TikTok, Partboy TV as well. And the website is www.partboypb.com, and that is the ticket platform. We also have it live on Google and App Store. If you type in Partboy PB, you'll be able to download it on both devices.
Make sure you do that.
Make sure you do that.
Make sure you download the app.
Yeah, it's essential that you download the app, because when you have the app, you as a customer, you can gain loyalty points for spending money against tickets, which you can then use against in-app purchases, whether it be in the party store or to buy another ticket, etc. Also, when you have the app, you will get notifications when any event is uploaded to the platform to let you know that it's there. So it's something that you definitely don't want to miss out on. We're doing a lot of big things that's coming up, and via the app, if you're not connected to the social media, you'll be kept in the loop of everything that's occurring. So defo, download it.
Stay on it, guys, you know, especially for the party goers out there, you know. It's literally in the palm of your hands. Literally, you get notifications to go out. I mean, what more can you say? And if you watch the episode that I done with P-Biz, you will know that Partboy pays you.
Yeah, it does.
We're not going to talk too much about that, because
Exactly.
we need them to go watch that and actually download the app and find out for themselves. But guys, make sure you do download the app. It will help Partboy out a lot, and we really do appreciate it as well. Dre, honor.
Ellis, thank you very much, man.
Yeah?
Much appreciated, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Nice, man. Thank you very much.
And it's people like Dre that we love interviewing on the show. So once again, thank you to MK Cypher. Thank you to Dre.
Big up
thank you to
MK
Partboy.
Big it up. Make sure you watch.
Every
Make sure
single
you stream.
time.
Big up the man them behind the scenes and on the scenes. We know how it is. We love them lots, and they're doing very, very big things to build the community and bring everyone like myself, who's never done an interview before. They made me feel very comfortable, and you know what I mean? It's just maximum respect for all of you, man. So thank you very much.
Guys, the social medias will be in the description below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace. Download the thing.